I'm in far north New South Wales, where they grow some of the best tomatoes in the world. Now, what I'm going to do with my pepper toms, which are a beautiful tomato, and you can see them, look at them, like little bell peppers or strawberries. Now, if you put them on the bench here, they sit perfectly, which is why they're so good for stuffing. And I'll show you how easy it is. All you need to do with a knife is just take the top off very gently like this. Just remove the little cap like this. You just scrape out the inside. It's really, really easy. I suppose if you didn't have one of these, you could use a teaspoon. It's that easy. Pop the lid on top there. Now I'm going to make a stuffing to go in it, and you can pretty much use whatever you want. I've got some great ingredients here. I've got some roasted red peppers that have been de-seeded and scun, and they're nice and soft. I've got some green olives here that have been pitted. Now the next thing I'm going to do is put some herbs in here, and I've got some beautiful fresh chives. I'm going to chop this nice and fine. Now the trick is to chop everything fairly fine, so when you put it into your piping bag, it all blends down nicely. I've got some basil leaves here and a little bit of dill. I'm just going to pile that together and scrunch it all up. This is a little trick that I use to make sure that everything chops nice and fine. Now I'll bring in some of my goat's cheese, and this is some beautiful soft goat's cheese, and I'll pick everything up with my knife, pop it into here. Now I want to flavour it up a little bit, so I've got some pepper, some black pepper, freshly milled from my pepper mill, and I've got some salt as well. Now be careful using salt when you're making something with cheese, because often cheese has a lot of salt in it already. Now just a tiny little drizzle of extra virgin olive oil over the top, and all you need to do is mix it around. This is a great little thing you can get the kids to do. I mean, everything's cold. Probably the only thing you want to be careful of is, of course, using the knife, and of course, watching kids mix something like this around. They'll probably stick their fingers in like this to have a little taste. That is delicious. Now, I've got one of these things, which is a piping bag, and you can buy one of these. They're disposable. Or if you don't have one of these, you could also use one of those Ziploc bags that work really, really well. Shake it all the way down the bottom there like that. Now the trick with using one of these piping bags is, of course, you've got to cut the end off here, nice and round. Squeeze it all down the end there like that, and it's ready to come out. Squirt my stuffing in like that. And you do a little rose out of the top there and make it look nice and pretty, all the way around. Now here's a great little dish if you want to put it together and make it look really fancy. Just drizzle a little bit of olive oil onto my herbs here. I've got some chives, some basil, some parsley. Mix it around. A pinch of salt. Just a little twist of pepper. Now I'm going to use the one with the cap on and pop it into the centre. Pop some herbs around the outside. Make it look pretty. You've got your goat's cheese in there to give it some richness, and you've also got the beautiful flavour of the stuffed pepper toms. Look at these herbs going around the outside here like that. That looks fantastic. A little twist of pepper, and if you wanted to, you can get some croutons and just crack them and put them around the outside, just so you got a little bit of crunch. You just need to drizzle a little bit of olive oil over the top there to give it some shine. You can serve them like this with some olive oil on a little buffet or as part of a breakfast table or any way you want. I think these are delicious.